Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you a couple of quick matches for your Wednesday upload. I have two really short TCGO videos, and one of them I remember real well, this one not as much. I know I'm playing Darkrai Hydreigon again, because that's my main deck. I think this is the second to the last video I have backed up with it. I have one more real good one that I'll probably put up next week, but this is just a really quick match. I think I pretty much just set up the best ever. You can see my opening hand is pretty stacked. I lead Sableye, which is what I want. I get an Ultra Ball, get to put two energies into the discard pile, grab a Darkrai, and I still have a third energy to attach for a Junk Hunt, which I don't do. Oh, because I can draw into another one here and attach it. So yeah, that's good. Have another level ball, but I don't think I'm going to need to play that one this turn. So yeah, put three energies into the discard pile, get two Dinos, a Darkrai, and a Sableye lead on my first turn, and then go for the Junk Hunt. Probably. Okay, I'm going to drop Sableye first, just in case. Yep, but I'm going to Junk Hunt, probably grab the level ball, and definitely the max potion, because I don't want to lose that. No real reason to get the other Ultra Ball since I already have one. I definitely don't want to have to discard 4 cards in my hand, so the level ball will at least get me a Zweilous. If I get a rare candy, I can actually get into a Hydreigon, so we'll have to see how that goes. But he's going to attach a DCE and an Eviolite to Reshiram, and then just pass. I do top deck the rare candy, which is going to mean a turn 2 Hydreigon. And I have a Juniper or an N to dig for Dark Patches. If I can get a double Dark Patch, I could actually get a Night Spear off this turn. Or even a Dark Patch and an Energy would get it for me, since I'll have Hydreigon. So let's see what I decide to Ultra Ball away. Looks like the Max Potion and one of the level balls. That means I'm probably going to play the second level ball for Zweilous. I checked to make sure he's in there first, which I should have done last time, but at least I remember to here. Candy into Hydreigon, a level ball for Zweilous, and then I can Juniper away for 7 new cards. If I hit a Dark Patch and an Energy, I'm going to be in real good shape. Oh, am I going to go for the N? Okay, I opt to go for the N. I guess that's okay. Juniper wouldn't have been a bad move either, especially since he didn't play a supporter on his turn. It probably would have been the better move, but there we go. Dark Patch, Energy. I actually get an Ultra Ball, so I'm going to use that to grab something. That was definitely premature. I didn't need to do that now, especially to get Sigilyph. But I guess I'm going to attack with Sigilyph since I got the Blend Energy, and there's nothing on the bench. So that's not a bad play. A little bit over aggressive maybe when I had Darkrai ready to go, but now I'm forcing him to have a catcher as well as a bunch of other stuff to do anything. And yeah, this is turn 2 and I have all that stuff. So he's going to go for Professor Oak. That card's rotated, but it's not a big deal when you get a start like this. And then think about what he wants to do for a bit, and then he's going to concede. So that's the game. Just kept it because of that ridiculous setup. I've never gone off like that again so quickly. So the next match, I'm going to be playing Mewtwo Eels. This is before I had my Rayquazas, so I couldn't actually build Ray Eel. I had to build a different build. I decided to just go Mewtwo because it's still a really good card, and an early Mewtwo can cause all sorts of problems in this format. So unfortunately, I get my DCE end away there, which does hurt a little bit. Turn 1 X-Ball for a good amount of damage is pretty scary, especially because I could have knocked out that Dino right there with an X-Ball if I had gotten the DCE, but now I'm going to have to look for it. I go for the Juniper here just because I want to dig deep, try to get the first turn kill, but it doesn't work out. I don't actually get any energy, which is really too bad. So I'm just going to bench my third Dynamo. That's nice, at least. It means I've definitely got at least one eel coming up the next turn, maybe two, even though I don't have any energy in the discard. So his setup is going a little bit slower. He attached to Dino, and then I think he just attacked. I don't even know if he played a supporter last turn, but he does have a random... Oh yeah, he did. He had an N, because I got my DCE end away. So anyhow, he played a random receiver here, and now he's going to think about what he wants to do. Catcher's up Zekrom, which is not a bad move. And then goes for the Juniper. He's probably looking for a Darkrai. If he gets a Darkrai, he'll be able to retreat and Junk Hunt here, potentially. But instead he attaches his energy to Shaman. I don't know. I don't know what the plan was with Shaman while I'm still at 6 prizes, but yeah, definitely should have attached to that Sableye. So that's going to mean that he can't do anything this turn. He gets his Darkrai, so he could have Junk Hunted if he had put his energy in the right spot. But now that's not going to be an option. He plays another random receiver, I guess just to get the N for next turn. Since he already had one in his discard, he probably didn't need to do that. It's not a big deal, but it would have been another good card for him to draw if he got N'd by me. So here I play down a few cards and then just Bianca for 3, I believe. I do hit my DCE. Unfortunately now Zekrom's stuck in the active spot, so I can't do a whole lot. I was also playing Thundurus at this point. I don't think I have that in there anymore either. Maybe I do in the Mewtwo build. I'm not sure. I haven't actually played a whole lot of Eels. I've been playing mostly Darkrai Hydreigon for real decks. But in any case, I just attach the DCE and go for the Outrage. And he now attaches to Darkrai and then ends me, which I don't mind at all. Need to hit some energy. There we go. Drops an Eviolite onto the Darkrai. And I think he's going to get... Oh no, he doesn't get a Hydreigon here. So, yeah. Good for me. I get Ultra Ball and 2 Lightnings, which is amazing. It means I can Ultra Ball for another Eel and then Dynamotor twice onto whatever I want. I also drop down the Sky Arrow just because I want to have it down. You know, it's not as big a deal now as it was before without... What's it called? Smeargle in the format, but it still is pretty important. Especially for Eels decks. This one, not as much as the Rayquaza one. I actually only play 1 copy of it in this build, I think, but it's still nice to have. So, I get a switch here, which is pretty cool. It's going to let me switch into Dynamo, and then double Dynamotor onto Zekrom, and then actually retreat back into Zekrom and go for the Bolt Strike. And that's really nice because it... saves me from needing to attack with Mewtwo, which wouldn't have done a whole lot to his Darkrai since he only has 1 energy. And Zekrom actually is really good against Darkrai. Really good. So that was a nice turn of events for me. Glad I was able to do that. But here, he's finally going to start to get his deck rolling. He gets another Dino, gets a Zweilous out there, and he's got 3 energy on board, so... If he could have gotten a Hydreigon, he would have been able to Night Spear that turn, but unfortunately, he does not have that. So his energy is just kind of stuck all over the place, especially on Shaman. Level Ball's here for nothing, so I'm thinking maybe something was prized. Could have been a Sigilyph. Hard to tell. Not everyone plays Sigilyph, and he does play Mewtwo, so it's possible he doesn't play Sigilyph as well. But I think if he should probably retreat and go for a Junk Hunt here, since Darkrai is not going to do anything. Yep, and that's what he's going to do. So that was a good move. He's actually playing pretty well for most of this match until something happens in a bit. But going for the Junk Hunt here is definitely the right play. He can grab some stuff to try and make sure he gets a Hydreigon next turn. So he gets a catcher, Oh, he plays the catcher first for my eel, which again is a good move, especially since he's going to junk hunt, and then he can probably junk hunt, get the catcher back, and maybe an ultra ball to make sure that he gets that Hydreigon into play next turn. I have a bit of a decision whether I want to try and go for the Hydreigon or take out the Darkrai, but or try and go for the Zweilous, I'm sorry, not the Hydreigon. But since I have a guaranteed kill on the Darkrai and he doesn't have another one on the board, I decide that's what I want to take out. So I'm going to catch that out here, and then go for the N, hoping to get either Switch or DCE. I actually run max of both, so I had quite a few outs there. I do hit the DCE. That's going to let me retreat into Zekrom, get that eel back on the bench safely, and then Bolt Strike for the KO. Take out that Darkrai and the Blend Energy, so that was a big turn for me. I'm at 40 damage now on the Zekrom, but even if he gets another Darkrai down, he'll be just short of a KO without Tool Scrapper. So, turns out he has the Hydreigon in hand. He doesn't even need to Ultra Ball for it. He Dark Patches to Dino and then attaches. And I believe he is going to Ultra Ball here, if I remember correctly. Okay, so first he's going to catch out Mewtwo. And at this point, is like, okay. And then he's going to do something really, really stupid. My Mewtwo has no energy on it. So he gets a second Hydreigon, which is really good for him. So he's basically set up here. He just needs his Darkrai. But other than that, things are looking really good for him. But yeah, there he Ultra Balls for the Mewtwo. And he decides that his best option is to go aggro Mewtwo with a deck that only plays one Mewtwo and that focuses on keeping all of its energy on board. So he actually needs 5 energy to knock me out. He has exactly 5 energy in play. So he promotes Mewtwo, puts all of his energy on it, and then X-Balls for KO. Probably thinking that I only had one Mewtwo. You know, a lot of decks are only running one right now, so I can understand the train of thought, but you can't make that assumption. He also played his hand down to 1 card. I don't know if that's a supporter, but yeah, so as soon as he did that, I was like, oh man, this is over. All I have to do is hit a Mewtwo or an Ultra Ball, and I win. I check my deck to see what's in there. Looks like I am out of Ultra Balls, but I still have 2 Mewtwo's. Don't have a whole lot of cards left, so the chances of me hitting one of them here are pretty good, and there it is, first card with an Eviolite to go with it. So all I have to do is drop it down, double Dynamotor, and that is pretty much game over. I'm going to wipe all the energy off of his board with 1 X-Ball. So moral of the story, don't get into... And then he quits before I can even attack. Moral of the story, don't get into a Mewtwo war with Eels, because they do it better than anyone else, especially if you only play one Mewtwo. So that's going to be the matches. I hope you guys liked them. Thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment. Check out the links, and I will have more videos coming your way shortly. Thanks for watching, guys.